Hi friends, my name is Joey. I'm currently living out of my van, and this has been my life the last couple of weeks.
You said you never had the real estate to love somebody else. I was rolling on the interstate, chasing something I thought we both felt. Leave it till you'll find a way to turn heaven to hell. Only good at pushing off the blame, making it about yourself. Well, I'm driving up, she shut down, but it's too late for me to turn around. I'm out of luck, it seems again. She's out of touch, this is the end.
I traveled over to the north rim of Black Canyon of the Gunnison, and I'm on a small little nature trail right now, and there's this incredible reveal of the canyon.
I bit my tongue, stayed on the edge, but she was done with everything I wanted. I don't remember how we
I think I've mentioned it on the channel before, but I do not like heights, and even holding my camera over the edge like that, my palms get so sweaty. Yeah, I wish I liked heights because people, believe it or not, rock climb here at this park, which I'm sure is just a magical and incredible experience, but oh man, just the thought of that makes me a little nauseous. Maybe one day I'll get over those fears, but I don't think that one day is today.
driving up, oh, she's already gone. I'm stuck in the past, but she's moved on.
It's my final night in this amazing park. Not forever, but at least on this trip. In the morning, I'm heading down the hill a little bit away from the canyon to do a volunteer trail cleanup with the Superintendent of Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, Superintendent Stuart West. So I'm really excited to spend some time with Superintendent West and talk about stewardship, conservation, and yeah, do a good thing in the morning by cleaning up a trail and leaving this area a little bit better than I found it, hopefully, and hope there's a lot of volunteers out there with us. It's always exciting meeting people out there with a common interest in cleaning up and helping protect beautiful places like this. So looking forward to the morning, but a bit sad to be leaving this place. It's quite majestic. Also, please don't follow me and wear Birkenstocks or sandals out on trails. I always think that things are going to be a small little walk from the campsite, then they turn into a hike, and I always feel like the biggest goober in the world walking on loose gravel and rocks in Birkenstocks. As much as I love them, it goes against literally everything I tried to preach and teach. So yeah, don't follow me. That's ridiculous on my part. Hey.
Hey brother, how you doing?
Great, how are you?
Awesome.
So I'm Stuart West. I'm the superintendent of Black Canyon of the Gunnison and Curricani. Black Canyon of the Gunnison is a national park and Curricani is a national recreation area. We acquired a ranch in the park here, and There's some old fencing we had to get rid of, so we're rolling some fencing up and we're getting rid of the metal fencing and pulling fence posts up today. So right now, we were able to use some heavy equipment today, which we wouldn't normally do with volunteers, but we're able to because the ground's already disturbed. Literally everything that you see on the ground is like mustard or cheatgrass or some other invasive species. So because of that, we're able to use the equipment. Eventually, we'd like to get rid of all that and return the whole area to native grasses and forbs and that sort of thing. But it's going to be a long job because this entire field, everything you see around me is all non-native vegetation. Honestly, days like this are the most fun days. Because I get out of the office, no administrative work, it's just fun working with people. Having some of this area be returned back to its native habitat is a goal we could all ask for.
All right, on 3, Friends of the Black Canyon. 3, or I guess on 1. 3, 2, 1. Friends of the Black Canyon. Cool. Good morning. I'm very excited for today because today we are heading to a national park that I have never been to, and that is Mesa Verde National Park. And at my campground here, you can kind of see it in the background. It's that little peak right there is where the national park is. So super excited to go there. It is a World Heritage Site, and there's structures from the ancestral Puebloans that used to live there long ago. They lived there for 700 years, and a lot of those structures still exist today. So super excited to go to Mesa Verde. I've heard so many great things about it. So let's get on the road.
How do you visit a place and give it the respect that it deserves? And I think it's just like treating these places as not just a ruin. You don't treat these places as something just stuck in time. You got to view it with its entire context as best you can. I say, like, in a Western way, we view things as products. We look at, like, this is it, this is what it is, this is what we're going to use it for. But I'm trying to challenge that, and I've been challenged about that, is viewing it as just everything in its totality, meaning like Cliff Palace is built up, okay, here it is, 150 plus rooms, but also got to think about, okay, well, what were these rooms used for? The construction itself, like who laid these stones, what were their intentions when they were building the spaces? Talking about tools again, like what effort was required to make their tools to construct this space. And it's something that I take with me when I visit other spaces, other museums or other heritage sites, is I'm trying to think about, like, okay, I'm looking at some pioneer's axe, but it's more than just the object. How many trees were felled with that object? How many times did that handle have to be replaced? Who called that axe their own? Is this an heirloom? Was this from father to son? Or was this, something that was bought at what's the history behind this? What's the story? And it's going to be very small, like a single bead at the museum or something as big and as grand as Cliff Palace. I think you got to challenge yourself. You got to think about more than just what you're looking at. You got to think about the hands that touched it, the hands that built it, the lives that were lived in these spaces.
Hopefully not a jump scare. I shaved yesterday. Before my interviews at Mesa Verde, it was just getting too long. It had been like 50 days since I shaved, and I don't think I've ever gone that long with that much facial hair. And I do not know what proper beard maintenance is, so it was just time. But anyways, I am camped out at a city park right now in downtown Durango. I tried going to a dispersed camping spot last night, but it rained pretty good in this area yesterday throughout Mesa Verde and into Durango, and so the spot was a bit muddy, and I was starting to slip and slide a little bit, so I got out of that and came to downtown so that way I didn't wake up in a bunch of mud and be stuck, because I just found out that I'm headed back to Rocky Mountain National Park to do some podcasts at the end of the week, so I'm looking forward to that. And so we got a bit of driving today to get to Rocky Mountain by tomorrow night so I can rest up and prep for the interviews on Thursday. And so I think today we're going to drive about 5 hours into Breckenridge, which I've never been before, but it's an iconic snowboarding and ski town. So pretty excited to see it. I'm sure there's some decent camping spots over there. So hopefully get there in time to walk around and explore a little bit with some sunlight and just enjoy the day, get some work done, and release a podcast hopefully tomorrow. So kind of got a busy day ahead, but I always like a good drive. So time to get on the road. So I made it to Breckenridge last night. I walked around downtown for a bit, but I didn't bring my camera because I have social anxiety around groups, and I don't think pointing a camera around people in downtown would help with that anxiety. So I didn't do that. And also, I didn't do a whole lot of filming last night because right when I was done walking around, I was starting to get some altitude sickness. Right now where I'm camped at is just over 10,000 feet, and I was getting a little dizzy and didn't feel so great. So drank some water, ate some food, and went to bed. So didn't really do a whole lot. Today I am just finishing up some work in the van at my beautiful campground that I slept at last night, and I am headed back to Rocky Mountain National Park. So I'm going to camp inside the park tonight just to minimize the distance that I have to travel in the morning to my interviews, which I'm super excited for. We're going to talk with a large mammal ecologist, a rock climbing and wilderness expert, and then the park's public information officer. So we're really looking forward to that. And I love Rocky Mountain National Park, so excited to get there. I have about a 3-hour drive today. I think I'm going to go find some coffee in town and head up to the park. A big part of the reason why I love being out in the van and traveling and seeing all these amazing landscapes is that I feel like I'm fulfilling a deep purpose of mine, that when I'm out on the road traveling, I have a purpose, and I have a mission to chase my dreams, to spread information, to meet people, to volunteer, and hopefully to make the earth and the areas where I create footprints a better place. And I care deeply about that, and that's something that has been stewing in me for years. And I feel so grateful when I'm in the van to be pursuing those types of opportunities. As always, I'm super grateful for all the support on the podcast and these videos, and I'm chasing my dream, and I'm chasing my dreams with you, and I feel like that makes it a whole lot more special. So thanks for watching, and thanks for being a part of the journey.